Oh my gosh, does it feel like someone has put the brakes on this hot seller's market, especially within the past couple months? The two top questions that we get these days are, what is going on with this market? Is it slowing down because of the rising interest rates? Well, the quick and the easy answer is yes, but it is so much more than that. Let's look at what's happened over the past 3 years to get us to this hyper seller's market. Then we're going to compare it to what's happened in just the past 3 months. And in the second video in this series, we're actually going to examine what buyers, sellers, and owners here in San Diego can expect moving forward. Hey, welcome back. I am Lynnor Anderson, one half of a father and daughter realtor team here in San Diego. And if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss the latest need-to-know info about San Diego real estate. Hey, we get it. Your time is valuable. So let's get to the nuts and bolts of what's going on right now in June of 2022 and compare it to what we've all experienced in the last several years, which was far from normal. By the end of this video, you'll understand why we all need to adjust our expectations moving forward. Truth of the matter is, we actually need to hit the reset button. The goal here is that I want you to know more than most of the realtors in San Diego. So let's get to it. Starting off with a little bit of foundation work, let's cover what's happened in the last 3 years because the stats that I'm going to share are mind-blowing. And until you actually see the numbers for yourself, you would not believe what we've been through. Hey, the first thing that we want to look at is price per square foot. On average, over the last 3 years, we have realized a 68% increase in dollars per square foot. So that means home values have gone up an average of 68%. And that average is gonna fluctuate from neighborhood to neighborhood. You know, some went up much more and some went up much less. Some neighborhoods actually saw that kind of appreciation in 1 year. It was last year. We recently did a video about that topic, and I'm gonna add the link so you can check it out. Next, let's look at inventory. Inventory over the last 3 years has dropped 66%. Well, this was bad for both buyers and sellers. Buyers had little to pick from as far as options, and it stalled sellers from listing their homes or even considering to make a move. Reason is they were having a hard time finding a replacement home. For the past 3 years, our inventory has just continued to drop yearly. As of last month in May of 2022, there were only 3,363 homes, condos, or townhomes on the market. And that's in a county of over 3 million people. I remember years where month after month, there was over 12,000 properties on the market. Our next item is days on the market. How about a 280% decrease in days on the market? April of 2022, the average was 6 days. Buyers scrambled. They had less than a week to see and write offers. Sellers got spoiled. They grew to expect that their home would sell in less than a week. So value shot up through the roof. Inventory was super low, and days on the market were the lowest it's ever been. See how all these stats lead to 3 years of everything on the market getting above asking price offers. As of April 22, we had a peak of properties selling over the list price. Yes, at 107% over list price on average. With what has transpired in the past 3 years, the average home in San Diego County went from $657,000 to $1,132,000 in just 3 years. Talk about an extreme seller's market. What we've experienced was unbelievable growth, plus lack of inventory, historically low interest rates, and historic highs in the stock market, all roaring along at an unsustainable pace. The last few years were not a normal market. And because it lasted so long, it doesn't change the fact that it was just a crazy market. Non-contingent offers, everything over asking price, free seller rent backs, little to no inventory, pressure to write an offer immediately or write an offer sight unseen. Buyers thought they had to throw all caution out the window to get a property, and sellers thought they didn't have to do a thing. No repairs, no negotiations, no inspections, and buyer credits. You gotta be kidding, right? So let's talk about what's actually changed over the last 3 months. Are we heading for a crash? I know it's everybody's question. Is it a bubble burst? of course, we don't know for sure, but what we do know is things are definitely different, especially since April. So let's look at a couple of the biggest changes that have happened recently. Price per square foot has leveled out, not rising like we've grown accustomed to over the past 3 years. So the values haven't seen that big of a change, and they've kind of remained flat over the past few months. And that's probably one of the biggest changes that we're not used to and from what we've been experiencing. So the inventory, it's risen 24% in the last 3 months, which is still low compared to what we would see in a normal market. Interest rates are up as much as 2 to 3 points since the first of the year. The stock market has taken a huge hit the past couple of months, and closed properties are down 6.25%, while pending sales are also down 11.6%. Days on the market is down 8%. So before 3 months ago, we had explosive growth for almost 3 years. And now in the last 3 months, this is what we're seeing. And this is why things feel different. With inventory being up, houses are going to sit on the market a little longer. Buyers are more hesitant about rates going up. With the stock market being down, buyers are reconsidering. Some are using their stock market proceeds to buy real assets, and at the top of their list is buying their own home. The hesitation in the market has led to fewer sold and pending properties. So you remember how I mentioned that interest rates change? Well, look at this historical chart here with the current interest rates according to Freddie Mac. When we see a historical event or a shift in something, the market tends to pause, like 9/11 or when COVID first hit. Look, historically, we are still at low interest rates. Even with 5.09 for a 30-year fixed rate, a change in the market right now is okay. In fact, it's long overdue. I think it's important for you to realize many agents have never experienced anything but an upward market. As things reset and we continue to move forward towards a more normal or a more neutral market, we'll be sure to keep you updated. See, staying ahead of the changes in the market helps our clients, friends, and family. And our experience in different markets gives our clients an advantage. Knowing what to do now, moving forward, what can we expect and how do we reset our expectations as buyers and sellers as we move into a more neutral, normal market? Well, if you got more time, you're going to want to check out this video covering those items. If you got questions, reach out to us. We get calls from new clients all the time. We're here to make your next move as simple and successful as possible.